What's up?
Oh, it's going to be such a great show today. I already know I've got a ton of jokes I can't wait to talk about. Yeah.
We're back to our good old self with the full 3 team. Jeff's back with us.
Well, we don't have the red-headed, bearded.
That's true.
Yeah, but he's got to come back. All right, go ahead. You were doing the intro. I interrupted you. I apologize.
So, welcome back again to your favorite movie review. This is the Idiots of the Round Table. I'm Brian Sin, Mr. Valorian, and with me is
Jeff.
And
Curtis.
And this is going to be our non-spoiler review of Justice League. And this will be an interesting one because one of us loved it, one of us hated it, and one of us thought it was okay.
I didn't hate it. I just said I'm going to give it average.
I was about to say, like, guess who it is. Now you just wrecked the whole thing. So, like I said, this will be the non-spoilers. We're not going to wreck any of those types of things. But, yeah, this should be fun.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. We probably want to start with our sponsors. And the first one is the sad one, where we're going to have to talk about Ollie's Pizza, where I want to tell you to go out there and check it out, but odds are by the time that this goes out, it might already be closed because we're recording this on the Friday, and on the Sunday they close their doors. So that was...
I'll have it ready for tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. So Ollie's Pizza in Fort Saskatchewan, best pizza by far that I've ever had.
Oh, as always, every time I come to Fort Saskatchewan, I'd make an effort to go out to Ollie's. So I'm a little upset to hear it was closing.
So you think best you've ever had? Or?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. See, I don't understand, but we can get into the whole politics of that on another show. But I want to say thank you to everybody at Ollie's for sponsoring the show because man, you guys kept us in pizza every week.
Yeah.
You don't understand when you work and then it's like, oh my God, Friday's here. We get some. We get to go watch a movie and then have pizza. It's
pretty fantastic.
It is. It's like, you know, thank you everybody there. Fort Saskatchewan, if you do get to see this, because I'll try and put it up tomorrow, go there because it might be their last day and go show it some support for your local, you know, mom and pop business and thank them for being there.
Our second one we want to thank is the Canadian Brew House. Of course, great place to go to. All the beers and appetizers and burgers.
Opening up in St. Albert.
Oh, nice.
So they're all over the place, so whether you're going to one in Fort Saskatchewan or St. Albert or wherever in Edmonton, great place to go to relax. You know, if you want to chat about the movie, watch a game, whatever, with your buds, great place to go to.
Yeah. All right, are we just jumping in right now?
Now the danger zone happens.
Woo!
So
I'm not going to say anything.
Justice
League.
League.
Spoiler.
Let's throw it over to you, Jeff.
Yep, that's exactly it. He's our DC expert.
I'm not an expert, but I am a DC fanboy. I started off, the first comic book I ever read was a Batman comic book. I fell in love, and I really follow the Batman comic book family, the Batman family. From there, I did branch out to a little bit of Justice League and a little bit of Superman, a little bit of Wonder Woman, then a little bit of Flash. But that's, like, I wouldn't say an expert, but I'm a fanboy, a huge Bat family fan especially. So... yeah, I do favor DC to Marvel.
So what did you like about this movie?
I remember it's non-spoiler. We'll let you go
crazy.
So
I was saying earlier that the DC films since they came out and then they named their universe and they came out, they've been up and down in their films. Like I enjoyed all of them, but some of them had issues, and we're not going to get into that now. But I still enjoyed watching the movies because I'm a DC fan. But some of them had issues. Now the last one, Wonder Woman, I thought was phenomenal, and I said I hope they take the heart, like, because I think the Wonder Woman movie had heart, it had a soul. I hope they take that heart and soul and they can take that and put it into the Justice League, and I think they did that. I think the Justice League movie is what the DC movies should have been from the beginning. It had story, it had heart, it had soul, it had dark, it had grit, and it had a little bit of comedic relief, not overpowering comedic relief. But it was good. It was a good movie. It's what I've been waiting for. So,
okay,
Brian, what are your first thoughts?
So the things I liked about this movie is, of course, almost like the first time I watched Avengers, it's nice to see the whole team together, right? So where we've seen bits and pieces so far from the DC Cinematic Universe, now we can finally see the Justice League together. This is where they wanted to be, and from them, the one I liked the most is The Flash. I had seen some reviews before this and talking about how The Flash was great in this, and I got to agree. That was that kind of humor that adds to this movie, and I'm definitely looking forward to the Flash solo movie that comes after this.
Oh, Flash!
But there's just some great action scenes that happens through here. I love Wonder Woman's parts. Some of the other ones, we'll have to talk about that later, but I just like seeing the team together. There's some, well, how should I put this? Some of the CGI, we'll have to talk about that in the good and the negative, but the good part of it is that I had some worries about, like, oh, geez, the CGI just won't really be there. It was fine. There's a few points where I was like, oh, but really it was fine all the way going through. So if you have any worries about, like, the CGI is going to be awful, I think it was okay. And maybe I'll pass it on to you, Curtis, for you think it was good for this.
I thought the theater was at a nice temperature.
Okay.
You know what I
was
was
deal with?
What I was worried about was it was going to be Batman versus Superman. To me, that was horrible. This was not Batman versus Superman. It was better. It was better. I will admit, it was better. Was it a 10, like he's going to say?
I won't say 10.
It wasn't a 10. Yeah, maybe for people who live and breathe DC, I like Batman. Aquaman, to me, we should have got another actor.
Remember, that's what he likes about the movie. That's what he thinks is good.
No, oh, okay. I go, it was better than Batman versus Superman.
And that's it.
So what made it better than Batman vs Superman?
Again, seeing them all on screen was very nice, and it's that whole Marvel moment where it's like, oh, hey, everybody's together. Like Batman's funny. Like he was kind of
a couple of good
lines. Yeah. Like some of the actors are okay. It's just I don't know a lot about it, so I was going in hoping that I would learn a lot. I did. I understand a little bit, but again, I've mentioned this to Jeff. Why do they have this league if Wonder Woman can just destroy everybody? I would just go, look, we're going to be watching you on camera. We'll give you hints on where people are coming from, but you got this.
Okay, that's a separate thing. I know we can talk about that forever. Maybe we'll talk about Foul. We are at time to talk about the bad.
Okay. No. Well, it's because we weren't trying to keep it under an hour. Remember when we did Independence Day?
Slave to time.
So, maybe we'll go through that same cycle again. Jeff, what did you not like about this movie?
You know what? One thing that there wasn't a lot, to tell you the truth, but there were a couple of things that bothered me. I wouldn't say I hate about it. So, Flash was good. The actor did a good job. Yeah. He did provide comedic release. But for portraying the actual Barry Allen character, I had a little problems with it. Barry Allen, in this movie, seemed like a bit of a dimwit. Kind of like a little aloof. Mm-hmm. Which is not Barry Allen. Barry Allen is like he's borderline genius. Like he's very smart. He works in the crime lab. He's a chemist. He's basically a scientist. Mm-hmm. That's Barry Allen. Not this aloof kind of like which way is east. Like that kind of bothered me. Okay, and not to the fact that it would bother me that much. And it took me a while to get used to the direction they went with Aquaman. Like I'm used to the Aquamans from the comic books and the cartoons, and it's not the Aquaman we saw. Now, I don't have a problem with the Aquaman they put. It just took a little while to get used to that direction. And I think it was good. It just took a while, used a little bit to get used to.
Yeah. Anything else you didn't like, or?
No.
All right, let's
Shocker. Shocker. What about the time? Sorry, the fact that it was 2 hours and it wasn't Batman versus Superman 14 hours.
The time, because when I enjoy a movie that much, I'm not a slave to time.
I'm not a slave to time too, but when you're watching a shitty movie and it's 3 hours, you're like, my God, just kick me in the balls and get it over with. 3 hours is long. If it's not like Godfather, you can sit through and just go.
I had no problem getting through Batman vs Superman.
All right. Okay, well.
So I'm going to repeat some of the stuff that Jeff said, where some of the personalities of the team I wasn't really behind. The way that they're portraying Batman, I wasn't really behind. The way that they were portraying The Flash, I wasn't really behind. And the same thing with Aquaman. And I say another thing too is that if you're a person who's walking into this and you don't know, say like the backstory of Aquaman, they throw it all in your face right away.
That is true.
There is no slow build up. Like, hey, this is how this character works. It's like, here he is. All of a sudden he's underwater. There's these other people. And again, it's not spoiler, but I found like, geez, I mean, thankfully a lot of the people who are going to go to this should know who they are and the Justice League is. But if you're bringing in your kid and you're going to go see this movie, it can be a little bit confusing for them.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I thought about that beginning that they threw the intros of Flash and Aquaman at you pretty quick, not knowing, they kind of just glanced over their backstories. But I think they had to do that. They couldn't, like you said, otherwise you're into a 3-hour movie, and we're not there to watch the introductions, the backstories, the origin stories of all these people. I understand what you're saying. I kind of saw that too. But I also understand why they didn't do it.
I also had heard a lot going into this one that the pacing is really off going through. It's not really like an arc you'd expect from a story. I don't think it's as bad as I'd heard in the reviews, but there's certainly where they really break it up. It's like, well, now this is this character's story, now this is this character's story. It almost just didn't flow well. Like, it was like all these little mini arcs they're trying to work in, and then by doing that, the heartfelt moments weren't really as heartfelt. But either way, I mean, this could be a thing where now, okay, everyone's together, and now everything's set to be going future. So, I don't know. We'll see what Justice League 2 is like. How about you, Chris? I know you've been holding in this rage. Explode. What did you not like about this movie?
Again, I want to go to Wonder Woman. Why do they need a league if she's a demigod? Send her out. Just, hey, you took out a whole bunch of Germans in the First World War who were shooting at you and couldn't hit you, which, miraculous. You can stop a machine gun by yourself. Congratulations. And, oh yeah, this other guy who's coming in, that's pretty much the destroyer of worlds. You got it. We're just going to sit here and take photos.
Because this is the non-spoiler, I will not get into this.
But I mean...
But I can argue that point.
But I mean...
Oh, absolutely you can argue that point. I'm just saying that I didn't like that. Aquaman, I don't like the actor. He's a pretty face who can't act to save his life.
Khal Drago.
And what? Can you tell me how many words he said? What? You got something caught in your throat? What are you saying?
Obviously, you never watched Stargate Atlantis.
Obviously, he's redoing The Crow, and I have a huge issue with that they're redoing The Crow with him. Like,
oh yeah, Brandon Lee was such a superb actor.
How about
he died in that.
Let's try to bring this one back by asking Curtis if you could have picked a different actor. If you could have picked a different actor to be playing Aquaman, then who would you have picked?
Cameron Reeves. Who?
I'm just kidding. Yeah,
whoa.
I'm in the water. This is awesome.
Like, who would you pick then? Where they don't want to have the spandex and the orange,
and
right?
the blonde hair and the Aryan look.
Yeah.
Well, Wonder Woman would be right at home.
Yeah.
She had to fight it or be. Oh no, wait, she'd be partners with a German. Yeah. You know what? I never thought about it, but it wouldn't be him.
Okay.
It's just he's the flavor of the week right now, and he's getting all these crazy roles, and it's like.
Actually, you know, finally, one actor that comes to mind that might pull it off is the actor they pegged to play Deathstroke. Physical stature, I think he pulls it off. He doesn't have the blonde hair, but he's got he's tall, he's big, he's built like a crap brick house. Can we swear in this one?
Yeah, go ahead. And not just don't say the F word a lot, but yeah. You know.
Yeah, he's building a shit.
Moderation.
That actually, but we don't want to get into it now. But actually, he would actually fit. But I think Jason Momoa was just fine. I got no problem with him.
I don't know. It was that.
My problem with him in this one was this is random things. Like, this isn't a trailer, so it's not spoilers. Yeah. But it was like,
yeah, what the hell, man?
Yeah. But
we know
what's hilarious is that this is what Curtis does, right? Yeah. He'll throw those little random like, yeah. It's like, oh my god, he's Aquaman.
Yeah.
Well, there's the reason I hang myself tonight. Like, come on.
Where's the tattoos?
No, it's just that. I don't know. I would have cast it differently. Whatever they cast it now, that's where it's going to go. It just seemed some parts were too forced. Like, I know you said you liked the heart. To me, it was like too weird heart. Like do people know Superman's around? Like, do they know? Like, do the trailers? Some of the trailers kind of
I usually avoid trailers, but there was a big thing on the internet for a long time. Is Superman in? There was a lot of speculation, and that's when I read that there was nothing for sure.
Okay, then I won't say anything. But just there was some heartfelt moments where it just seemed like it forced you to. Oh my God! It's so beautiful. It's like the fight's not happened yet.
And some of the rumors were way off with that too. We just mentioned that is that some of the things were like they said like, oh, here's a piece of the uniform that's going to be Superman in the movie. Well, that was wrong. The part in the trailer was like, oh, I thought you'd be coming. That Alfred was saying that wasn't in the movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be an extended version or what, but not all the pieces are there. That
I guarantee you, there's about 30 minutes cut of that movie.
Oh, there's probably about an hour cut out of that movie. And they went, look, we kind of fucked up with. Sorry.
Don't use the F.
I'll bleep it. And with Batman versus Superman, let's keep it around 2 hours. And the guy's like, son of a bitch. And it's just whatever. What are we at? Oh, we got lots of time. Look at that.
Okay.
We got lots of time.
I've been keeping you on this track so that in case it goes crazy.
So well, it's going to go crazy. So we all said what we kind of didn't like. Mm-hmm. I still think this movie is watchable. If you had a choice between this and Batman vs. Superman.
Yes.
Yeah. You?
Oh, I'd watch this for sure.
Okay. So we're all in agreement for that. Because just Batman, it was just weird. Too much stuff was going around. And those were the, remember at the part where
Batman vs. Superman, the daydream sequence?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a parody.
Okay.
No daydreams in this one.
Yeah, you said, you're like, that's not them, it's something else.
You said that?
Yes, I'm going to pull out.
Pull it up.
I'll pull it because you're like, it wasn't that. It was guys, they had like suits or something like that. And I was
you might be right there.
Yeah, see, there we go. All right.
But that's a big thing to make me say this, so that there is no dream sequences. And coming from that other one, I was like, please, nothing in here.
Dream.
And there's not.
No, this is straight on, whatever. And I don't know. I was expecting more action. The end fight.
Quite a bit of action.
I don't know. It just
there was like the two big. Oh, there was, like I said, there was a lot of build up. They had to get some characters. They're introducing three brand new characters to the universe you never met before.
Yeah.
Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg. So they of course there's going to be a lot of build up to that. But
to form the team.
Yeah. Oh, we can't get into spoil. I was going to talk about something.
I was going to say Cyborg was the other thing I didn't like. The CGI was a little bit off on that. There were parts where I was looking, going.
But I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would.
No, because when we talked about it, we thought it was going to be horrible. It's not Iron Man, because Iron Man looks ridiculous. But again, it could have been money. They just don't like Disney's backing Marvel, so it's sky's the limit. Where DC is kind of like, hey,
Marvel also has they're known for underpaying their actors and their directors.
Well, because they give it all to Robert Downey Jr. They can't afford to give it to anyone else.
Well, that's like he hardly got paid anything by Iron Man 1.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Really?
You made up now.
No, yeah.
Now it's like, what, 50 million or something like that?
Hey, proceed.
Congrats. Awesome. All right.
So, ratings?
All right, let's go into ratings then. Now, this is out of 10, so we already know what he's going to throw. 9, 9.5, 10.
What's your rating, sir?
Oh, 9.9786.
Nobody guessed that. But what's?
But what?
No, what?
We always
say
I
forgot about that. Okay. I gotta think about that. I forgot you guys did that. So move on. I'll come back.
You always forgets too every single time. I always have to remind.
Because I don't put them on screen anymore. Because you pick up the raunchiest, like horriblest thing. It's like I'm not putting that, and it's like
I'm a bad person.
All right, I'll go easy. 9.9786 parademons out of 10.
Okay. All right, that works.
I don't know how I'm going to split the guy. I don't know. Put it.
You don't put the video
Use your imagination. No! I like...
So for my part, I did like this movie, and I was kind of going into it expecting it was going to be a 6 thing. It would be things I didn't like, but I liked it more than I thought I would. So I'm actually going to end up with a 7, and I'm going to put this as 7 boom boxes out of 10.
Oh, good one. Mother boxes.
Mother boxes.
Boom tubes, mother boxes.
Boom tubes, there you go. I'm a Marvel guy, so. How about you, sir? Something I fell asleep out of 10?
Again, I'm not a Marvel fanboy. I'm a movie.
Oh, he's a
movie!
He's a Marvel zombie.
You know what? Because hey, I might be getting in tight with Disney, so I'm going to back their products. But honestly, movies. Call me a cinephile, whatever. And this movie, just comparing to every other movie I've seen, I'm going to give it a 5. Where it's go make your own decision. I said that it's not going to be a low, but it's right in the meat part where it wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. It's a good movie. I would watch it again, but I wouldn't buy it. If it was on TV in 2 years, okay. Yeah, I'll sit down because there's some parts that were memorable, but there are some parts that were forgettable as well. So it's, yeah, you know, so it's better than I thought it was going to be. So
that's a glowing review coming from Chris.
Yeah. It's just DC is trying to pack in as much as they can to catch up with Marvel, and they won't. They won't be able to.
So the next big one, which I can't wait for, and I hope they don't screw it up, is Flashpoint Paradox. If they get Jeffrey Dean Morgan to come play...
So they're going to have Negan doing some stuff.
To come play Thomas Wayne? Oh.
Yeah. He's going to have a bat, and he's going to hit people, and he's going to be like, come see Cecily or whatever her name is.
Lucille.
Lucille. Whatever. I said that just to get you going.
So anyway, we want to thank you for watching. Go see this movie, and then come back to watch our spoiler version of the review, because I'm sure that one's going to go...
Oh my god, yes!
I might not get even a word in. I'll just have to sit here, and I'm just going to sip my tea and watch
We're going to change seats so that we can both fire at Jeff at the same time.
I even will just to keep you guys apart. I think that's the best formation.
We're not like that. We like to have a good discussion. Remember Independence Day? It was a good discussion. How mad were you?
I was frustrated.
Because we were throwing stuff out that had nothing to do with the movie. And you're like,
so if you want to see that, go check out that review. But we're done with this one. So we're going to catch you later. Bye.
See ya.
I forgot how fun it was to have you on here. It's fun. Because I ruin a movie for people, and you're trying to be like, come on, give it a chance, it's a good movie. It's like, it was The Room. How could you give it an 8 out of 10? It's so
Whoa, The Room? Seriously? Come on.